Nagpapasalamat rin tayo at napaunlakan nila ang ating imbitasyon na tayo ay magsama-sama sa gabi nito upang mabigyan ng kasagutan ng konting knowledge o kahit na idea ang mga kapatid natin mga Muslim na kung ano po nga ba ang Islam. Kasi ang Islam sa ating mga Muslim, hindi lang siya basta religion kasi namin, religion lang. Ang Islam ay way of life. Ito ay isang kompleto kompleto na. So, lahat ng ginagawa ng isang Muslim ay nasa Islam. So, para masagot or mabigyan ng idea ang mga Muslim natin, so, andito si Brother Haji Abdul Rahim Angulya galing sa Singapore. So, dahil sa pagmamahal niya sa ating mga Muslim, at ngayon, magbibigay na rin siya ng pagmamahal sa mga non-Muslim na dito sa ating komunidad para mag-share tayo ng blessings. So, yung pagmamahal na yun is hindi lang para sa ating mga Muslim. Gusto niya rin i-share sa mga non-Muslim na sutuloy sana maging Muslim na rin. So, magbalik Islam kasi sa panitulad ng Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So, bigyan natin pinapakilala ko sa inyo lahat si Haji Abdul Rahim Angulya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Nastaghfiruhu wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyi'ati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Dear congregations, I believe we have a mixture of congregation of the Muslim group and a non-Muslim group here. But today, the agenda of the evening today will be more on Muslim, Islam as our way of life, whether we can secure our neighbors or the non-Muslim society where we are living, to make them feel very comfortable, peaceful, and never feel hostile against us. And this is the main agenda at the moment.
Alhamdulillah. So, ang ating pag-uusap ngayong gabi, nakapumos nito sa bilang mga Muslim, sa kung paano natin sinasagawa yung ating pamumuhay. At isa ay kung paano tayo tumulong sa ating mga kapitbahay, sa ating mga kapatid na hindi Muslim, kung paano natin sila itrato ng maayos at na hindi sila nakakaramdam na kahit na anong pangamba o pagkatakot mula sa atin. At bagkos ay sila ay nakakaramdam ng pagmamahal.
What we can do as the minority in the society of Alaminos, I am just representing Alaminos because we are from here. Now my topic, our neighbors. Who are our neighbors? In Islam, I repeat, in Islam, neighbor is the most important friend or sisters of our most important people in our life. Why? As a good Muslim, first of all, we Muslims follow the teachings of Al Quran, which was brought down to our loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last messenger and the last revelation, which taught us, which teach us on the manners and how we can put ourselves within the non-Muslim society, and then at the same time we can be the most comfortable people among us. So first of all, the neighbor. I will explain to you as soon as Muhammad will explain in Tagalog first.
Sinasabi na yung pinaka-importante na bahagi ng ating mga buhay ay yung mga kapitbahay natin. So kung Muslim man sila o hindi, ay napakalaki nung binigay na pagpapahalaga sa kanila ng Islam. At matututunan natin itong pagpapahalaga sa ating mga pagsunod sa tinuro ng Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sa Quran at sa itinuro ng ating mahal na Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Now, being a good Muslim, and for us, the majority of the people who have attended tonight, talk, Ahlan wa sahlan. I would expect myself first. I'm teaching myself because I'm not a teacher, I'm not a Muslim priest, I'm just a normal person coming from Singapore. And in Singapore, we are a multi-racial society. We live in a non-Muslim community. Majority of them are non-Muslim. At the same time, we have been living happily, comfortably, without any problem. There's no time that you can find a Muslim who is praying will be disturbed by a non-Muslim. At the same time, you will never find a non-Muslim people who is praying, a Muslim people will find trouble with them. It never happens. Okay, I'll come back to Alaminos now. This is just a short briefing about Singapore culture, society, and how we are living in that kind of life. Now, in Islam, first of all, what we've been taught is our manners and characters come from our loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has obtained the characters from the Quran. So, what Rasulullah has taught us, if you have a neighbor, and if the neighbor or a non-Muslim community within that area feel disturbed, feel oppressed, they feel it is not safe, then we are not a good Muslim. At any time, a Muslim member who live in your house, you have to make sure, I'll just explain in short details. Even though you have children, you have got some pets maybe, at any time, we are not allowed to disturb our neighbor in any way to make them feel discomfort. I'll continue shortly.
Alhamdulillah, so sinasabi na bilang mga Muslim, meron tayo malaking responsibilidad sa ating mga kapitbahay. Isang halimbawa, kung titignan lang natin sa Singapore, yung mga Muslim, hindi nila binubulong, diniluslog po yung mga non-Muslim na kapitbahay nila. At kahit sa kanilang pagdarasal, hindi nila binubulong yung kanilang mga kapitbahay. At gayon din yung mga hindi Muslim, respeto rin nila yung kanilang mga kapitbahay na Muslim. So, walang nanggugulo sa kahit sa sino sa kanila. Sa babalik tayo, pagdating dito sa Alaminos, kung paano natin may sasagawa itong, kung paano tayo maging mabuting Muslim, ay tingnan natin yung mga tungo sa atin ng ating mahal na Propeta sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sapagkat sinabi niya na hindi ka isang mabuting Muslim kapag binubulong mo ang iyong kapitbahay, o ibig sabihin ay nakakaramdam siya ng pangamba ng pagkatabot mula sa iyo. Kahit maliit lang na magbubulong, ay hindi ka isang mabuting Muslim. At sinabi na kahit yung alagang hayop ay hindi pwedeng maka-spot mo dun sa inyong kapitbahay. Ganun kalaki yung pagre-respeto natin dapat sa ating mga kapitbahay.
As a Muslim neighbor, I will recall back to share with you some story. It was mentioned to us, being a Muslim neighbor, if you are doing some cooking, for instance, I'm not sure how is the Filipino style of cooking here, but for us Indian people, when we cook in Singapore, or when we come from the spice, the smell of the cooking comes deep into the neighbor's house. It becomes obligatory for Muslim people to spread their food to your neighbor, because they already have to share the smell and they feel that they want to eat the food. Now it becomes our duty as a good Muslim neighbor to share our food automatically to them, just by the food cooking. Now what more? If you're having a good time in your house, okay, maybe you're listening to radio, maybe it could be music, it could be in the recitation of Al-Quran, and anytime we look at the clock, look at the time when people, maybe your neighbor is not feeling well, they are sick, or maybe there are people who are in exam, they need to study. We have to put thoughts. As a Muslim, followers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have to think of all this, anticipate. In other words, we don't want to disturb our neighbor altogether. When the music goes loud, bring it down. And even if sometimes we park our tricycle or we park our truck in front of the gate of the neighbor, that might be obstructing them. This is also it's not possible in Islam. So small things that is happening, that we want to make sure it does not happen. So that the neighbors, when they see us, the first thing they will see us is good morning, good afternoon, how are you today? This is how Islam is all about. Among Muslims, what we do is Assalamu alaikum. It means may peace be upon you. But among the non-Muslims, we can also wish them. We have to wish them. How are you, auntie? How are you, uncle? Or you can talk to their children, make feel nice about it. Maybe you feel good today, you buy them some toys. So your neighbors feel very comfortable at all times.
Sa mga halimbawa na binigay sa atin, halimbawa ay nagluluto tayo, so minsan malakas yung amoy na maamoy ng ating mga kapitbahay. Kapag ganun daw, ay nagiging obligado na sa atin na i-share sa kanila kung ano yung mayroon sa atin. At ganun din kung may magandang mangyayari, magandang mga gawain, ay kailangan natin i-share. At isa pa, minsan may mga pangyayari tayo, may mga event tayo sa mga tahanan natin na minsan maingay. Halimbawa, may na musika, may mga maingay na pasyon, ay kailangan isipin natin yung ikabubuti ng ating kapitbahay. Sa parang isipin natin kung nakaka-escort ba tayo sa kanila. So, kaya minsan, kapag tingnan natin yung oras, hinaan natin kung masyado ng gabi o masyado lang, sa tingin natin ay may mga exam sila, sa tingin natin ay may mga gawain sila na kailangan, medyo hinaan natin para hindi tayo maka-escort. Ano yung dapat na pagpapahalaga natin sa ating mga kapitbahay.
So here we can see what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us. Now, we are not only teaching ourselves in many areas, but the most important thing today, I think our topic is about being a good Muslim, or how does a Muslim neighbor believe it. I give you another example. It happened here in Alaminos 20 years ago. The first time this mosque was being built. I'm not sure if the neighbor is here today. We built this mosque by, of course, by the late Abdullah Manawan who left us. We have a high minaret on the second floor. Very high minaret. We just built. It's not even after completion, not even more than 2 weeks. There was a neighbor who lived next door to the mosque, who is not a non-Muslim. He explained to Brother Abdullah Manawan, he had the fear, should there be any typhoon or any earthquake, that his marriage will fall onto his home. The neighbor, immediately next to his house. The first thing we do, when they give us a suggestion on this, we have no second thoughts. We didn't even question the neighbor. Immediately, we call the mason, pull down the minaret, we break it down. Immediately, we break it down. Just to make sure that he feels safe. We spend a lot of money to put the minaret. But because we want the neighbor to feel safe, we don't want the structure of the mosque to be a cause of people sleeping in the night. He'll be concerned at the time when come, the husband come home and sleep. This marriage is going to fall into my house. We don't want it to happen. The moment he complains, he tells us about his problem, we pull it down. We don't even discuss about it. So this is important of a good Muslim neighbor, how we should react to our non-Muslim people in our community, in our society.
Isa pang halimbawa na ibinigay sa atin, nangyari ito dito mismo sa ating masjid, sa moske. 20 years na ang nakakaraan. So, nagtayo sila ng isang minaret na napakataas sa second floor. At pagkagawa nito, wala pang 2 linggo, may isang kapitbahay na hindi Muslim. Hindi siya Muslim. Pumunta siya kay Abdullah Manawan kapag bumagyo ay babagsak sa kanya sa bahay niya yung minaret. At dahil lang doon, dahil ayaw natin na magkaroon ng pangamba, ayaw natin na magkaroon siya ng takot, no? Kahit na napakamahal, napakalaki ng dinastos dito, agad-agad na pinawasan ito, pinatanggal ito. Dahil lang sa bakit ito tinanggal? Na hindi man lang sila nag-isip, bakit mo gusto mo patanggal ito? Hindi nila kinausap yun, hindi na nila kailangan, kaya kausapin pa yun o kumpuntahin yung kapitbahay. Dahil lang sila takot siya, automatic ay tinanggal yung minaret na ito. Ganon kalaki. Bilang isang Muslim, ganon dapat kalaki yung ating pagmamahal at pagmamalasakit sa ating mga kapitbahay.
So we must understand, we are not in this world as Muslim people. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given us Al-Quran, the final revelation of the book. And Allah has given us our loving Prophet, last messenger Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has taught us, who has teach us how to live our way. Islam is our way of life. As a good Muslim, at any time in the market, let it be in the school, let it be in the doctors, let it be in the masjid, or even sometimes we have to visit our friends in the church. It does not matter. What is important here is how we react to the non-Muslim people. They are also our people. They are our friends. They are basically just like our family members. This is how important we have to treat them, so that they can feel assured that Islam is not being branded by what many call, what we can hear in the newspaper, in the media, as a terrorist and all that. This is totally misunderstood. You know, when they say the word jihad in Al-Quran, actually jihad does not exist at this point of time. Jihad means for us right now is how to fight our desire. From suppressing our desire, from wanting to have too much luxury in our daily life. Islam forbids that. We are supposed to be very humble, living a simple life, accommodating our families well. The most important is education. We have to instill good education and guide our children to what Islam is all about. Today, if I'm a good Muslim, you know, whenever I come here, I'm very scared. Why I'm very scared? I'm going to show you something. Philippines, Alaminos, and Singapore, where I come from, is two different places altogether. In Singapore, everybody's stomach is full. They have enough money to buy food. But when I come here, I'm afraid I hear and what I see, sometimes there is even no rice in the house. I was told there are some families who don't even have rice to cook for lunch or cook for dinner. And as a Muslim, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned to us, if tonight I were to sleep in my room with a full stomach, next door my neighbor is sleeping with hunger, I am totally a dismounted faith in Islam. That means I'm a corrupted Muslim. We can't allow our neighbor to sleep in hunger and we have good food in our house. This is again against the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have to make sure that whenever I come here, I rather see everybody eat first before I start eating. I'm worried. And I check who are my neighbors. And I did mention to Muhammad, because we in this masjid, actually, we have rice field. So every time we crop our rice, I explain to him, please circulate the rice to all the neighbors. To the non-Muslim, let it be the Muslim. It does not matter. As long as they are human beings, they eat rice, we give them. Not because we want you to be a Muslim, no. I cannot make you a Muslim. Allah, the God will choose you whom He wants. We can just convey. But the intention of being a good Muslim, we have to make sure that you have sufficient on what we have on our part as well. So if you have no rice in your home, you can anytime knock the door on the masjid. Be pleased that Muhammad will anytime send you food. Not only food, you need medication, you need help, any assistance you need, because you're just our immediate neighbor. come to the house, come to Muhammad, come to Iqbal, come to any Muslim families. I am sure we are ready to help you. This is being a good Muslim neighbor.
Una, sinasabi na, kailangan ay turuan natin yung mga anak natin kung paano maging isang mabuting Muslim. So, kailangan ng tuloy-tuloy na pagpapaalala sa kanila. At sinabi niya, sinabi niya yung Brother Rahim na isa sa mga kinakatakot niya kapag nandito siya sa Alaminos. Bakit? Sa Singapore iba, halos lahat doon may pagkain. Halos lahat doon ay hindi sila nagugutom. Samantalang dito, hindi natin alam, minsan yung kapitbahay natin, wala siyang makain. Minsan, wala siyang mailutong, wala siyang maisain. At bilang isang Muslim, hindi kompleto ang iyong paniniwala kung ikaw ay natutulog na nakakatulog ka sa gabi ng iyong kapitbahay ay nagugutom. No? Kaya, ngayon, ino-offer natin na kapag may mga nagugutom sa atin, ay magsabi. No? At ang masjid ay handang tumulong, handang magbigay ng pagkain, handang magbigay ng gamot. Hindi dahil sa gusto namin na, o hindi dahil sa pinipilit kayong mag-Muslim o gusto kayong mag-Muslim. Bagkus, ginagawa namin ito na tutulong kami sa ating tutulong sa mga kapitbahay dahil sa gusto namin na kami ay maisagawa namin yung mga gawain namin bilang isang Muslim. At isa sa pinakamahalagang gawain ng isang Muslim ay ang kanyang pagkagaw sa kanyang kapitbahay. Na hindi maaari na ang kanyang kapitbahay ay hinahayaan niya nagugutom, hinahayaan niya nagkakasakit na wala man lang siyang ginagawa para sa kanya.
So if you can understand what is the ultimate goal for a good Muslim, after what we have practiced, we don't practice from any storybook, we don't practice from the behaviors of good people, we don't practice from philosophy. It's directly what we have got. Our teaching is from the Quran and from the Prophet book, what we call Hadith. These are the actions of the Prophet. And that's what he taught us, and this is how we have to react. As Muslim brothers here and sisters here, as we live in this society of Alaminos, now we thank God that Allah has provided us a very good community here. We've been respected by the mayor, we've been respected by many non-Muslim people around here. Actually, it's through a lot of effort that we want to show to them that Muslim is a good Muslim, and a good Muslim will never feel or will never hurt. We can't even hurt a non-Muslim with harsh words. In other words, my word, whatever I speak, shouldn't hurt your feelings. My spoken language in any way, sarcasm, or in any aspect, we cannot hurt the feelings of our brothers and sisters of Islam, what more a non-Muslim.
At isa pa sa mga tinugo sa atin, una, kailangan natin tandaan na yung pag-uugali ng isang Muslim, yung mga tinutugo sa atin, hindi nakukuha sa kahit na anong kwento, hindi nakukuha sa kahit sinong mabuting tao, o hindi nakukuha sa ibang bagay, maliban na lamang na ito ay galing sa Quran, ibig sabihin galing sa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at galing sa mga ugali ng Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sa kanyang mga kasabihan at sa kanyang mga gawa. At bilang mga Muslim, tayo dapat ay hindi nananakit sa ating mga kapitbahay ng kahit salita lamang. Ibig sabihin ay hindi natin sila abusuin, kahit yung salita man lang natin ay hindi dapat makasakit sa kanila. Sinasabi nga lang, kung bawal saktan ang iyong kapatid na Muslim sa pamamagitan ng salita, paano pa kaya ang iyong kapitbahay, Muslim man siya o hindi, paano pa kaya siya? Hindi siya dapat, kahit na sa salita lamang ay hindi siya kailangan dapat masaktan.
This is another aspect that we can actually put in our daily life. This word called respect. If we respect our parents, we respect our teachers, we respect our elders, we need to respect even our children sometimes, or all the time. And the respect that we need to give to our neighbors, or the respect that we need to give to our friends, now this respect plays a very vital point in our daily life. it applies to everybody. If once you feel that you are above somebody else, automatically the word respect can just fall off at the same time. But when we have this term respect, in other words, we humble ourselves down, we will be able to sustain the respect of anybody that we come across in our daily life. Now this respect is very important, because without respect, then a good Muslim cannot make the non-Muslim people in the society or as a neighbor or anywhere they are feel that they are being, they look down at us. When they look down at us, in other words, then they will think that it becomes a separation. When there is a separation between the boundaries of a Muslim and a non-Muslim, this begins to create a crack. Now this is something that we have to avoid. Now as a good Muslim people, and all the time, we have to make sure that whatever we say, whatever we give, whatever I've spoken about a few minutes on all the issues there, the last of all that we have to give them is good respect. What Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has taught us: repay back unjustly words. If people speak to you about harsh words, or people give wrong reaction to you, pay them back with niceness and kindness. So actually, if we were to practice this, we will be able to coincide with the people of non-Muslim, that at all time they can be friends with us, at all time they can be in good relation with us, and at all the time we are able to help them at any time. We are at their service. This happened once. Now basically for us, we have very high respect for Prophet Jesus. He is our prophet. We believe that he is the messenger of God. We believe he has already conveyed his words to the people, to his disciples to follow. Now we have given the high respect from Prophet Musa to Prophet Jesus, and at the same time to Prophet Muhammad. So in other words, all these teachings are good teachings. We obey what he's taught us from the Old Testament, from the Old Bible, but the only thing is Jesus speaks in Aramaic. Jesus speaks in Aramaic. So what happened? To make understanding easier for the Christian people and non-Christian people, because I do study Bible study at the same time. I have studied 4 to 5 religions before. When I was born, to share a little bit with you, when I was a teenager, I tell myself, my parents are Muslim, why should I be a Muslim? Why could I not be another religion? So this is why I took my effort. I went to Thailand to study Buddhism. I mixed around all my neighbors. All my neighbors in Singapore are non-Muslim, and most of them are Christians. So we mix with them. We exchange our views with them. So we learn a lot from them. And at the same time, I look up into what, because my wife was previously a Christian as well. So I talk a lot about Bible with her. So there, Prophet Jesus received in Aramaic, then it was changed to a Greek language, then it was changed to Latin, then it was changed to English for the convenience of understanding. The transitions of languages has made, and again it came to the New Testament, and it comes King James Version, the Luke Version, Matthew, and all that. So these are things that we practice by Christians of different faith. For us Muslims, also, there is a different practices of the scholars of Islam. So this is what we call respect. When you have respect for your brothers, because we cannot say he's a Christian, we have to disrespect them. No. They are also God's creation. We are God's creation. We are all the same. So we practice what we practice. They practice what they practice. They will respect us, we will respect them. This way we can live in a very harmonious way, peaceful way. Like I mentioned, if any of my neighbors are in need of help, at any time we are ready to serve them. Not because we want them to be a Muslim, because that is our duty to look after them.
So Alhamdulillah, sinasabi na ang pinaka-importante sa lahat ay yung tinatawag na respeto. Respeto sa magulang, respeto sa mga dugo, respeto sa kahit sa mga anak. At pinaka-importante ay yung respeto sa bawat isa sa isa't isa. Kahit kung wala yung respeto respeto, kung hindi ka marunong magbigay ng respeto, hindi ka dapat umasa na babalik sa iyo yung respeto. So ibig sabihin, kailangan magkakaroon tayo ng respeto sa bawat isa. At bilang mga Muslim, tayo mga Muslim, sinasabi natin na ang respeto, no, na ay napakahalaga. Ngayon lalo na sa ating mga kapatid na hindi Muslim. Isa pa, no, dapat alam natin na tayo, nire-respeto natin si Jesus, nire-respeto natin si Moses, nire-respeto natin lahat ng mga naunang propeta. Ngunit kinikilala natin siya bilang isang propeta. At tayo ay naniniwala din sa katuruan ni Jesus. At tayo din ay naniniwala sa kung ano yung ibinigay kay Jesus. Ngunit alam natin na yung binigay kay Jesus ay nasa salitang Arameiko. At dahil sa pagbabago ng panahon ay na-translate ito sa Grego, na-translate sa Latin, na-translate sa English. At minsan ay may mga ilang doon na bago dahil hindi na yun yung mensahe na hindi na yun yung original na lingwahe ni Jesus. Pero ganun pa man, ay nilirespeto pa rin natin ang ating mga kapatid na hindi Muslim. At ibigay natin yung napakalaking respeto sa kanila. Gawin natin kung ano yung tinulong sa atin. Gawin natin yung mga obligasyon natin sa mga Muslim. Ngunit, ibigay din natin yung respeto sa kanila. Sa kung ginagawa nila, kung ano yung gawain nila bilang mga non-Muslim, mga Christian, ibigay natin yung respeto sa kanila. Sa ganung pamamaraan ay magkakaroon tayo ng magkakaroon tayo ng pamumuhay na may pagrespeto sa isa't isa. At mas magkakaroon tayo ng mga kaibigan sa kanila, magkakaroon tayo ng mga kakilala sa kanila at mapapupunay natin yung ating lipunan, magkakaroon tayo ng mas magandang samahan kapag nagsimula tayong respetuhin ang isa't isa.
So actually, I have spoken for almost 40 minutes now. I was given only 30 minutes. But I hope I have emphasized to our brothers and sisters who are Muslim here on how we should react to our non-Muslim neighbors, friends, leaders of the community here, and how we'll be able to interact with them, to tell them, to show them that we are good Muslim, good characters, that they shouldn't have any fear, they shouldn't feel any hostile moment at any time. They should be ready to show them that we are at their service at any time here. We are a small minority here, but at the same time we really appreciate what Alamanos city here has given us a lot of opportunities. From having a mosque, from having a cemetery, having a peaceful way of performing our prayers and all that. It has been very supportive from all aspects of life. I was even heard from them that anytime there's an occasion in the community hall and all that, we are always being invited at the same time to perform prayers with them. So this is something which is very interactive, just like in Singapore. So most of all, I think I'll be closing my topic here after what I've gone through, to be rest assured that we really love our neighbors at any time, let them be Muslim or not a Muslim. We love all the community leaders here, let them be a Muslim or not. We are here to support you. We are here to be with you. We want to tell you that we are good quality, or we are good Muslim that don't have a different impression of what has been going on in the media and all that. Because in Singapore, I myself practice what I do. This is what we preach in this mosque in Alaminos. What we want to do is to have good quality Muslims in the society here.
So, tandaan natin yung mga aral sa atin na yung pagmamahal, ang pagrespeto at pagtutulong sa ating mga kapitbahay. At isa pa, nagpapasalamat tayo dito sa Alaminos na binibigyan tayo ng mga pagkakataon na may sagawa natin ng malaya yung ating mga gawain bilang mga Muslim. At nagpapasalamat tayo sa respeto na binibigay sa atin ng Alaminos na kapag may mga pasyon na iniimbita tayo at pinapayagan tayo na magsagawa din ng ating mga gawain. At pinapaalala natin sa ating mga leaders dito at sa mga kapitbahay natin na ang Islam ay isa sa mga gawain ng Islam ay ang pagtulong sa kapitbahay. Kaya kung may mga pangangailangan, may mga kailangan kayo, hindi lang sa pagkain, kundi may mga problema kayo, ay maaari kayong tumapit dahil na lumabas sa ating mga kapatid ng Muslim. Sapagkat ito ay isang obligasyon ng isang Muslim na tumulong sa kanyang kapitbahay na nahihirapan. So nagpapasalamat din tayo na tinipon-tipon tayo ng Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala dito para mapag-usapan natin at magkaroon tayo ng koneksyon sa isa't isa.
Tayo man po ay may mga katanungan sa ating sarili. So maaari po tayo magtanong kay Brother Rahim at sasagutin po natin kung sino pong may mga katanungan. Sa mga nahihiya po, pwede nyo isulat sa papel. Tapos itatranslate naman po natin sa Tagalog.
Sino po yung may mga katanungan? One question from our neighbors. Bakit po may Ramadan at nakakatayo na kayo ng baka? Why is there Ramadan and why do we slaughter cow? Yeah.
Okay, I can make this answer in 1 hour. I can make this answer in 5 minutes. It depends how much you want to know. Okay, Allah has created for us 12 months in which what I'm going to speak right now, that 1 month of Ramadan effect that we have in our life, we have to fast upon before dawn and on sunset dusk. This is the time that we are not allowed to eat, drink, or to associate ourselves with our wives in any aspect, to suppress our desire now. First of all, by doing such a thing, we can feel what the people are suffering sometimes beyond their food and the aspect of other things. We'll be able to feel now because maybe Philippines is a bit different because most of the people here sometimes there is some poverty and all that. But if you look in America, in Australia, in Saudi, where there's an abundance of food, people throw food away. So they are feeling full all the time. They don't feel hungry, they still eat. They see ice cream, they will eat. They see burgers, they will eat. So at this kind of nature, your stomach, your system gone beyond control. So when we do fasting, this is the best time for us to do detoxification in our body. It helps us to make our body healthy because you actually cleanse your inner self spiritually and physically. Because when you become weak, when you lack of food, automatically sometimes you become a little bit weak. But some people, they even go through army training in Singapore. I've got a lot of people who does army training during the Ramadan period. So why we have Ramadan? This is how Allah mentioned in the Quran that we have to fast in the Ramadan. It's the law of the God that provided us. But the aspect, the advantages from it is numerous. I hope if that is sufficient for an answer, or may I know who the questioner is? Is that sufficient? Why do we slaughter cow? This is again another aspect of Idul Adha. Okay, if we look back, it's not cow only actually. Yeah? We were supposed to slaughter kambing, not cow. But cow is an alternative. Because Prophet Abraham, what we learn from our teachings of Islam, actually it links back to the first prophet, the Prophet Adam, Prophet Noah, Prophet Abraham. And Prophet Abraham was then ordered in his dream. He was told by Allah to slaughter his own son. Now look, why I say this, I don't want to confuse too much. Why is it becoming very violent? No. Allah, God, when He created mankind, all of us are at test every day. Whatever we do, either we seek Allah's pleasure, or we make on the otherwise, in other words, Satan happy about it. Two things. Whatever you do, either your friends going to be happy or they're going to be very unhappy. So whatever we do here, good or bad. So this is a test. So Allah put this test of Prophet Ibrahim a.s. to slaughter his own son. He tried not once, not twice, 3 times. So he feels, he is confident, and this is the most precious son he had. Precious son he had. So that is where upon slaughtering, on the indication of God, it was turned into a sheep. sacrifice. Now this is where the sacrifice starts, and as a Muslim, we will be able to perform not on our children, but directly was being replaced to a sheep. So in other words, this is why we slaughter the sheep. And this sheep also that we slaughtered will benefit the poor people, immediate family members, and it carries a lot of spiritual value into it. So this is how we share the meat. Now listen, not only the cow, I'm talking about the meat of kambing. So what happened to the cow? You asking about cow. Cow means we can divide. Now for instance, if you were to slaughter one kambing in Philippines, here the kambing are very small. Maybe only can feed 20, 30 people at one time. Or I slaughter cow, I can feed the whole kampung, probably the whole barangay if I have to. So this way, it benefits more people. So the reason behind the cow or the kambing is based on what Prophet Abraham has gone through his sacrifice on the teaching of what Allah has given to him. I hope they can justify your answer.
So we have three questions tayo basically. Ang paniniwala ba ng Catholic at Muslim ay pareho ang Diyos? At ano ang pinagkaiba ng Catholic sa Muslim? So they ask, is the belief of the Catholic and the Muslim that God is the same? And what is the difference between the Catholic and the Muslim?
Alhamdulillah. Okay, if you ask me this question, many answers. I've spoken to many, even pastors. I was in Australia one day. I was doing gardening. This pastor came from a church. He came and talked to me, chit-chat with me. So we share ideas. But he is from I'm not sure if he's Roman Catholic or he's from Protestant. But anyway, we share the same. We share the same view. It also happened in Singapore, where the people from the church they come to my house. We chit-chat, we talk. Okay. When you come to the bottom line of it, now we all know, all of us know, nobody can deny this. In one car, you cannot have two drivers. Definitely, there's only one God. You can't have two gods. One God. How among the Christians, how among the Muslims, how among the Hindus, it's broken up into various groups, just like the Jews. But the bottom line of it, it's still one God. What we were taught, for us Muslims, we believe from Prophet Adam down to all the prophets until Prophet Musa, Prophet Jesus, and Prophet Muhammad. We believe in all of them. We believe in all their teachings. So let it be Catholic. The only thing among your practice of the Christian is, the difference is, for us, Jesus is alive. Jesus is in paradise. Jesus is not dead. Jesus cures the sick people. He can take the clay and blow and let the bird fly. Jesus can cure leprosy. Jesus can cure the blind. We believe in all this. We believe in all this. No difference. There is no difference if I believe in your belief. It's the same. But the only thing is, what Allah mentioned, that there will be a last messenger in the Torah, which is from the Jews, and in the Gospel, which is written there, that there will be a last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is how we practice, because at that time, there's a short brief actually. After that, when Jesus was being saved by God, when Jesus was being saved by God 600 years before Prophet Muhammad came down. Within this period of time, 600 years, there is already many testaments that have been changed and altered by the pastors, by the churches and all that. Verses, it becomes New Testament, New Testament, New Testament. Many changes. So, at that juncture, for us Muslims, we can't take the new changes. We can accept the first that was brought down to Prophet Jesus, which is in Aramaic and in Greek language. That was the one. But what has been altered, we cannot practice that. So if you ask me what is the difference between Islam and Catholic, we actually are still on the same God. We pray to the same God. But if only thing you stop at Jesus, we go further down a little bit to go into the Quran. Because you know the reason why? Quran, the language of Quran was brought down to Prophet Muhammad, and that language, Arabic. Language of Bible, the Gospel is Aramaic. So Aramaic was changed. 4 languages to 5 languages before we can read it, which is the Bible. For the Quran, it was brought down to Muhammad. So whatever Prophet Muhammad read, we read the same language, same word, no distortion, not a single distortion. And then God, when somebody says, maybe Muhammad has copied the Bible. Now listen, Muhammad is not able to read and he's not able to write. This has been proven. The scientists have knows about that. And he speaks, Prophet Muhammad speaks about what will be happening now. What is going to happen now, the calamities, the structures and all that. It has already happened. Now this comes from the Quran because there is no distortion in the Quran. No changes, language, no change, alphabet doesn't change, and the meaning, this is where the interpretation comes very important. So actually, between Catholic and Islam, our difference is we have a different book and a different prophet. But if we can come to one common understanding, then maybe we are together. That is the difference.
The most common question. So regarding pig. So why don't you eat pig? So bakit daw bawal kumain ng baboy?
Okay, let me ask you one question. Please don't be offended. Prophet Jesus doesn't eat baboy also. It's in the Bible. If you look at Genesis, a certain chapter of that. In Deuteronomy, it was mentioned that Prophet Jesus does not eat pork. If you're going to ask me why I don't eat pork, I must go back to my Prophet Jesus and ask him why he don't eat pork. I don't know. He has got a better answer than me. There must be a good reason he does not do that. So it is how we practice. Prophet Muhammad says don't eat pork, we don't eat pork. But if we look at scientific value, if we put the Prophet aside, we look at science. It has been proven that the pig, I believe, of course, this has been a common food only in Philippines and everywhere around the world. There is a certain, but human being has got different immune system. There is a certain bacteria or sickness that exists in the female pig, if I'm not mistaken, or the male pig, that can cause destruction to our immune system. Now anything in Islam, anything that they forbid us to do, there is a reason for it. We cannot gamble, there is a reason. We cannot drink alcohol, there is a reason. We cannot eat baboy, there is a reason. We cannot basically associate ourselves with any women, there is a reason. Everything comes a reason. But if I keep talking about this, we'll end tomorrow morning. But I just stop where we are on the question of why we didn't eat baboy. The simple answer I can give you is Prophet Jesus also does not eat baboy. Scientific reason, there's also bacteria involved. Let me touch on one more issue. Prophet Jesus, you can look, this is in the Bible. What I speak is not from my word, it's not from Quran. It is in the Bible. Prophet Jesus, when he prayed, he prostrate down. He put his forehead down onto the floor. This is in the Bible. Read it. It's there. If you want a chapter, the lines, I can give it to you. It's not created by me. It is in your Bible. So actually, the prayers of Prophet Jesus and Prophet Muhammad is similar. It's the same because it comes from one God, the same God. So if you ask me about baboy, that is I think the short and simplest answer I can provide you.
Question. I think this is pwede ba magkasawa ng apat ang mga Muslim? I mean, regarding the wives, are we allowed to marry four? Then one more question. Muslim is allowed to marry more than 7. No, actually just 4. But some of them date secretly, like having mistress. Is it allowed? Another question. Bakit bawal makipagtitigan o makipag-usap sa babae o lalaki pag di mo asawa? So why are you not allowed to to stare to each other if if they are not your husband or wife? Yes.
Okay, too many questions. I have to read one at a time. Hopefully I can remember this. The first question, if I'm not wrong, is why Muslim are allowed to marry 4 wives? Okay, very simple. But before I start this question, let me ask you one simple thing. If you see cat giving birth, dogs giving birth, or even baboy giving birth, which is not among human being, the baby automatically knows how to go to the mother and suck the milk out. Or any animals or any fish. This is what we call in Islam fitra, nature. So God created us with fitra. That means men have got their needs, women have got their needs, men has got their role to play, women has got their role to play. Now if you talk to me why Muslim can marry 4 wives, no, it doesn't stop there. You know that Prophet David has got 8 wives, Solomon has got 4 wives, and if you look at the other prophets, Prophet Abraham has got 2 wives. It starts from the beginning. From the beginning. All the prophets has got more than 1 wife. Okay, my wife is going to be very jealous. Very interesting question. This one the Christian don't have to answer. Even the Muslim will ask. You come back with another wife, I'm going to kill you, he says. Now, what will happen now? Now, Muslim, we are not allowed to marry second wife for no reason. We are not allowed to do that. Yes, the Quran says you can marry 4 wives. True. But are we allowed to marry at any time we like? Okay, I got my wife. I got married to her already for 5 years. I think I want to have a new wife. I'm going to have a second wife. This is going to cause a lot of problem. Because in the Quran, Allah says, if you cannot perform fairness in the sense that you can be fair to two of your wife in the exact manner that you can make them both happy at the same time, then you can do it for good reasons. Now, because you know why, one more question I'm going to tell you is, in the time to come, in 21st century, the population of men is 1 to 50 ladies. 1 man, 50 ladies. There will be a lot of unmarried women. So then, this is another way of how the men can help. Rather than we have mistress, which is forbidden in Islam, when it comes about staring, just now we can't stare. We can't stare at another woman. This is out of moral issue with value about men and women. Now, if I were to look at another woman, if it arouses me or it gives me an indication that maybe I'm looking at somebody's wife or somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, it can create some ill feelings among people themselves. So this is best avoided. Anything that can cause problem, we have to avoid it. Other than you start looking, staring at one pretty girl start walking, the next thing you see a flying plane coming over to your head. We don't want that to happen. So Islam does not allow, doesn't permit this. We are not allowed to look as with feeling or desire into another woman. But now what am I supposed to do? I cannot look at another woman. I go to the clinic, the doctor is a lady. Now the doctor is a lady. He's going to ask me to remove your shirt. I'm going to check your body right now. And I'm going to say, no, this is bawal haram. No, Islam is very simple. There's a way out. If there's a reason for it, so be it. It does not mean that maybe my wife has got certain illness. Specialized only a male doctor. No lady doctors available on that. Which is unavoidable. Things which is unavoidable, it can be permissible. So marrying 4 wives is not easy. It is not encouraged. But if you are allowed to do it, you have the money, you can be fair, you are able to be very justified among all your wives. Marry 4 wives, provided the wife is happy. In Singapore, if you want to marry second wife, you need to have the first wife permission. Can that happen? If the first wife doesn't give permission, you are not allowed to marry the second wife. And what they say is now, they go sneak behind the back, they go to another country, they marry another wife. They come back, the wife comes back, they comes to know, it becomes World War II, World War III. Now this is the big problem. We want to avoid all this. So Islam is a truthful way. If any of us think that we are able to perform fairness, we can be justified, and there is a good reason. Maybe the lady has lost her husband, he's got 4 children, nobody is going to feed him, nobody's going to feed her. I think I can take her as my second wife. She is already old. I talked to my first wife, why don't I just take her as my wife, and I can accommodate her, and I can guide her at the same time. If it's permissible, why not? So there must be a reason, not for lust, for good reason. Same like what I say, all the prophets before us, they got more than 1 wives. So we are not the only one.
So, this would be maybe we will only answer 3 more questions. Question: bakit po kayo nagtatanong sa ulo? So, why do you wear hijab?
Am I allowed to answer this? Now, if I ask you why a woman is wearing hijab, you were to look at the ladies in the church who is preaching Christianity. You see how they are dressed up. They are all covered just like the Muslim ladies. Only thing is probably their skirts a little bit short. That's the only difference. They cover their hair. They cover all parts of their body. It goes back to the old prophets again. Even the ladies, out of moral values, they cover themselves up. Not only the Muslim cover themselves up, but because as Muslim, we do not have like a kind of clothing that says that this is a good Muslim, that is a bad Muslim. But what is important here, you are covered to remove yourself being a kind of gesture or a seduction point of view for men. And that is the same thing that the lady in the churches are also wearing. They cover themselves up with good moral value. We are just the same like them. The lady in the church and us are different. I hope that will answer the question.
Pardon question. Bakit inilibing agad ang Muslim pag namatay? So why do we bury the Muslim immediately? And is it true that if the Muslim is sinful and we don't perform bad, or we don't lead the bad? If the first question is why do we bury the Muslim immediately? Second question is, if the Muslim is sinful, do we bath or do we clean the body or not?
Okay, there's two questions on this point here. Firstly, why do we bury Muslim in a haste? Okay, I mentioned again about fitrah, which is nature. Now, any human body, if upon their death, oxygen stop, the body is deprived of oxygen. You see, our body flow in our body needs oxygen that will excel the cells in our body. The moment we stop breathing, our heart stops beating, that is the beginning of decomposition. Now, within 24 hours is the right time to bury our dead. I mean, there's a lot of answer to this, but I would just like to be more practical to answer to the non-Muslim on this basic answer, because if I go deeper, then the answer will be very lengthy. There's more answers to it. But the first basic point is, as we bury the mayyit, the dead, in the fastest moment of time, this is the best of all action to avoid bad smells can come out. Your body sometimes of no areas, your stomach. Some people can be just, it opens up, sometimes the ears goes bleeding. We don't know what kind of sickness that they have. And sickness come from a dead body also can be another reason for it. If it can be many other things aspect not to be detrimental to mankind. So, because I understand in other areas, because we are not allowed to put in chemicals or anything into our body to harden it or to preserve it. This is forbidden in Islam. So we have to make it nature. We die, we come from soil, from dust, we go back to dust. So we don't want to preserve it, and then there's no chance to go back to dust. It will be solidified already. We come from dust, we go back to dust. So we have to do it as fast as we can. This is in a very practical answer, but there's more answer to it, which is not very necessary for me. The second thing is, why don't we, is it true that we don't bathe or bath the sinful Muslim? No. All Muslims, if they die, we have to ghusl them. The only one that we don't ghusl them are people who die in the cause of jihad or war. That's different, it doesn't exist now. So all Muslims who dies, they are sinners or they are good people, we have to bathe them and we shroud them in a white cloth and we bury them in the soil after we perform the prayers for them.
Okay, last question. Why do you say, or how do you say that Allah is the only one God? How do you say that Allah is the only one God?
Okay. Again, I want to answer you. Now, in fact, right now, there are even some Bible in Malaysia and Indonesia, they use Allah as God. Because actually, is being, the translation is saying Allahuyah in the Bible. It's a different word mentioned. But actually, it's Allah. Akbar means big. So Allah is one God. Now, if I ask you one question, if I put a painting on this wall, would you believe I say this painting just become magic, it appears? Who will believe that this painting is magic? Today I come, the wall is empty, tomorrow I come, there's a painting, and this painting just appears. It's impossible. They say if there's a painting, there must be a painter. If there's a painting, there must be a painter. So if there is this world, there must be a creator. Who is the creator? Now the world, if we understand, the world exists more than 40 billion years. 40 billion years. Human being only exists not more than 10,000 years. We are towards the end of the world. The world is soon gonna go, a Big Bang they call it. It's gonna come. So, world exists, comes dinosaurs, comes sickness, then human being come, not even more than 20,000 years. Very last part of it. So, does God exist? God is one, for sure. If there is this world, there must be a creator, there must be one God. Now the similarity part of our religion between Christian and Muslim is because we believe in the Prophet, we believe in God, unlike other religions where we have Hinduism, we do Buddhism, Taoism, and the rest. They have got different, they do idolization. So we Muslims, we can see in our worship, there's no idol, there's no picture that we pray to. We know we speak from God from our heart. Directly up there, and we know God listens to us. And we know there's only one creator, which is Allah.
So, yung mga nagtanong kung naiintindihan o hindi, maaari tayo magtanong sa mga babae, pwede kayo magtanong sa mga sister, sa mga lalaki, pwede kayo magtanong sa mga kalalakihan. Kung may mga tanong pa kayo kung dadagdag o gusto nyo ng clarification, pwede kayo magtanong sa mga brothers and sisters natin. So, dahil wala nang oras, inshallah, kasi sa Islam, ipapaliwanag ko lang, sa kaming mga Muslim, nagkakasal ng 5 beses sa isang araw. So, una sa madaling araw, sa tanghali, sa hapon, sa paglubog ng araw at sa gabi. So, ito ay ito ay dahil sa ito yung inatasan ng Allah sa pamagitan ng sa inutos niya sa Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam na kayo ay magdasal gaya ng pagdasal ng mga nauna sa inyo. Ibig sabihin yung mga propeta, kung paano sila magdasal, kayo ay magdasal. So kung sa mga kapatid natin na hindi Muslim, so inshallah, kasi yung last na dasal namin yung Isha ay yung sa panggabi. So pwede nyo mapanood, pwede nyo panoorin yung mga kapatid natin. O kung hindi naman, kung may mga pangangailangan kayo, kung gusto nyo uminom ay, maaari kayo, may mga inumin tayo sa labas. inshallah, saglit lang ito, mga 5 to 10 minutes. Pagkatapos nito, inshallah, maaari tayo magkaroon ng salo-salo. So may mga handa tayo mamaya para sa ating mga kapatid. So, inshallah, dito na lamang, dito na nagtatapos yung ating programa ngayong gabi.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. العصر ان الانسان لفي خسر الا الذين امنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله تعالى وبركاته.
Friend sama yung namin.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah.